Welcome back to the Underdawgs Voice Podcast, where we shine a light on the overlooked, the doubted, and the athletes proving it's bigger than wins. Today's guest, my man, he might be the youngest we've ever had on the show. Not sure. I had to go back in my archives to find out. But don't let his age fool you. At just 11 years old, he's already ranked number one in the class of 2031 by the middle school elite. And he's not just dominating his grades. He's out here competing against high school players, putting up track times that are state ranked in line with a 24-inch vertical. Y'all, this young underdog is already turning heads nationwide. So, let's get it. Trey, my man, what's going on?
What's up?
Walk to the show, my guy. Walk to the show.
Thank you for having me, Coach Q.
No problem. Listen, man, first off, 11 years old?
Yup, 11.
Why do you have me thinking that you're older than 11?
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said, why do you have me thinking that you was older than 11 years old? I thought she was older than that. I thought she was at least 13, 14 years old.
Well, trust me, a lot of people think that. Nobody thinks I'm 11.
Wow.
Maybe
So
it's my height.
11?
Maybe it's my face. I don't know, man.
Look, the way you play it don't add up. Like, it don't add up as an 11-year-old. That's all I'm saying. So you're 11 years old, but your name's already out there on a national level. So how does it feel when you hear people calling you the number one player in the country for your class?
I like it, but I mean, at the end of the day, I still gotta work. Can't just say I'm done, I'm relaxed, I'm calm, I'm the number one player in the nation. I could become an NBA first round pick. Oh, I gotta keep working. I gotta make sure my number one spot stays all the way up into high school and then college and then hopefully the draft or maybe overseas.
Okay. All right. I like that. So who first put that ball in your hand and when did you fall in love with the game?
I had a ball in my hands ever since I was little, but when I first started to fall in love with the game, it was about 3-4 years back. I played in this rec league called Underdawg Sports. I'm pretty sure my dad installed a basketball hoop, and I've been shooting shots in that hoop ever since.
Yeah, hey, I'm familiar with I-9 hoops, right? That's my son played at I-9 hoops. My daughter, that's where they started at also. They started I-9 hoops too. So you're playing against high school athletes right now who, like, what goes through your head stepping on the court with against guys that's 4 and 5 years older than you?
I just play my game the way I play my game. At the end of the day, I don't care if I score 30 or 5. If I'm playing my game the way I play my game, get buckets, encourage my teammates, hustle down the court for about 48 minutes, I am happy with that. I'm happy with the results at the end of the day.
Okay, young man. Okay, I told you that's why I don't think you're 11 years old, man. I think somebody lied on your birth certificate. I don't think you're 11, man. I don't. That's a great answer, man. Look, so tell us about balancing sports in school, because you not just a great athlete, you're a great student. So you're academically advanced too. Like, tell us about that.
Last year I finished my grade with a 3.5 GPA and an honor roll student. Got my homework done, got A's, B's on my tests. At the end of the day, student athlete is difficult. Athletes are already training hard, but what I like to do is I put school first, then the ball. Cause like one of my trainers used to say, if you put the homework down and the test down and the study guides down and all the other stuff down with schoolwork, you're going to have to put the basketball down because you're not going to be able to go to a good level college.
Yeah, I like that. I always tell my players, though, like school always going to be first, right? That's why it's called student athlete. And if the ball stop bouncing, what you going to do? So them grades need to come first. It's to me, I love basketball and I love sports, but to me, an academic scholarship is way worth way more than an athletic scholarship. And here's one reason why: because they can take your athletic scholarship away from you. Academics, it's up to you. They can take your
It has
athletic
to be.
scholarship away from you. Right? They can take your athletic scholarship away from you, but academics scholarship, that's on you. So I wouldn't. So listen, it's one thing people don't see. People listen. It's one thing people don't see is when they look at the rankings and mixtapes and all that stuff, guys. Is the work behind it. So Trey, walk us through a normal week for you. So what's your grind? What's your grind look like?
I love that you asked me that question because
Uh-huh.
most people that play basketball or watch basketball for fun, they watch people like Stephen Curry, Ray Allen, all them other 3-point shooters, LaMelo. They watch them shoot deep threes, behind step backs, tween, half spin, step backs, all that other fancy
Right,
stuff. But what they
right.
don't see, all three of those players I just listed, you think they just shot threes every single day, just shooting deep threes? No, man. They started from all the way at the bottom of the basket and got their form shots. That is the most important thing. Or at least one of the most important things in the game of basketball. I didn't realize it at first, but then I realized the results. And what I grind for results. I grind for the future. I don't care that I wasted time and I could have played on my phone while I'm hitting form shots. I don't care that I wasted my screen time on just doing form shots. In the future, if I'm going to keep doing those form shots, I'm gonna have a lot more time on my hands. And not only would I have a lot more time, the time that I like wasted, as somebody would say, I'm doing the game that I love and enjoy.
So how do you prepare mentally when you know everyone is watching you because of your ranking?
Like I said, man, I've said this a lot, but I'm gonna keep repeating it. I just play my game. Like, no matter what happens, no matter who's watching me, I'm gonna play my game. At the end of the day, I'm gonna get buckets. I'm gonna play my game. I'm gonna hustle. I'm gonna run down the court. I'm gonna play how Trey plays, not play how somebody who's scared plays, somebody who don't want the smoke plays. I'm playing how I play every single match, whether it's against an NBA player
I hear
or
you.
a fifth grader. I'm going to play the game how I play.
I like that mentality, man. But I'm actually. So what do you even think about rankings? Do it even matter?
Uh, it's cool to it's okay. Like, I mean, it don't really matter until high school and like ESPN and stuff. It don't really matter in elementary school and middle school. It really don't. It's cool to show somebody like you the best in the country or best in the state, but that don't really matter until you about to go to college. All these scouts watching, all these college scouts are watching, and they realize, hey, that Trey kid is good. He's that number one ranked kid boy from ESPN. That's what they gonna say. They ain't know there is rarely people who watch middle school games, just regular middle school games, and
Hmm.
watch the people that are ranked and say, hey, we gonna try that kid out for a college team. You do that in high school. You don't do that. You don't do that in third grade. Like,
Right.
um, I don't I'm not trying to put trash on rankings. I think they're really cool. I think it's a great sign of motivation. But just
Uh-huh.
because third grade Joshua Hartman is ranked number one doesn't mean they're gonna get a scholarship at Duke University.
My man, hey, I get it. I look. I say the same thing. I don't like people to be ranked all in elementary school and stuff like. I'm not a big ranking guy. I can't because there's a lot of people that was ranked that ain't go nowhere, and there's a lot of people that wasn't ranked that's in the NBA right now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Think about the Florida team from last year, and if I'm not mistaken, because I always say this is just what I none of those guys on that team was really ranked. Florida
Okay.
won a championship, and none of those guys on that team was ranked. Think about that. It ain't about who you got on your team that's ranked. It's about how the team gonna play together. So that's why I think like rankings don't matter because basketball is not. Basketball
If
is not a one sport. It's not a one person game. It's five people. It's five people. So that's just my take on ranking. That's just my take. So you're also a track athlete and a nationally recognized high jumper. How do those help? How do those sports help you in basketball?
um that's pretty funny. The starting blocks, you know the starting blocks from track, right? In that positioning, and then you start off, that actually
No.
helps you not tear your Achilles, which
Oh,
is the
okay.
main thing. Not only did I watch a video about it, I realized that my Achilles strength got a lot better when
Mm-hmm.
after my track season. High jump actually is similar to basketball footwork because
Right.
when you're doing a high jump, you curve. It's basically simulating driving and going for a layup, but instead
Mm-hmm.
of going for a layup, you're jumping over the bar instead of going like this. You go like this.
Got you. Got you. Hey, look, you listen like you study all your sports
Yeah.
and you study it to where okay, this part of this sport helped me in basketball, this part of this sport or basketball helped me with this or I mean that's very smart, man. A lot of kids your age don't even think like that. That's why I say I don't believe you're 11 years old. Because what you're talking about, a lot of I tell kids that stuff, they don't think about that. Oh, coach, yeah, they don't think about that stuff. I always tell kids, play another
I
sport,
appreciate it.
find out how it helps you in your other sports, right? So, but I'm glad I didn't know that. If I known that that track stance helped you with your Achilles, I would have ran track because I ruptured my Achilles. And that mess ain't no joke. So I'm glad you taught me something just now. Like I be telling people, I'm still learning. I'm 51 years old and a coach, and I'm still learning new things. So I can tell all my players to run track now, and so because it helps you with your Achilles when you're in that stance, when you're in that starter
Not
block.
only does track help with your Achilles, but it also helps with endurance because I'm telling you, before track, I used to get gassed. But after
I
track,
feel-
I remember there was this game with the high schoolers. I remember playing the game, scoring 12 points, and not having a single drop of water. And
mm,
I only was bench for like 12 minutes.
mm. And 12 points. That's 1 point a minute, man. You scoring like that, you must have been doing your thing. You must have been doing your
No, I
thing.
was only benched for 12 minutes.
Oh, you was only benched for 12 minutes. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, so at just the age 11, right, you're already showing discipline, on your work, how you say you work out and your leadership. So where do you think um that comes from?
I want to keep myself humble,
Mhm,
but I feel like I've always been a somewhat mature kid. I
mhm,
feel like I get this from Mr. Jones over here. I give all credit to my maturity to my dad. He taught me how to be a mature man, mature person, and a nice gentleman. He guided me through trial and error, and
mhm.
it did make me a lot more mature as a man, and I appreciate that from him. So shout
Good
out to my
job,
dad.
man. Good job, man. That's what we supposed to do, man. We try our best. We
Thank you.
try our best. We try our best, to do make sure our sons and stuff do the right thing and be a man and things like that. It wasn't a handbook. I mean, and no handbook for being a parent. So we try our best to make sure that our kids, is follow the right path. Like your father's a great father. You know what I mean? And even though we're being a great father, we we hope that our kids turn out the way that we raised them and no other way. You know what I mean? So kudos to your dad and kudos to you for taking his advice and becoming the young man that you are right now. So kudos to that. All right, folks. Now look, here at the Underdog's Voice, we talk about mentality and what it takes to not just play the game, but to live the game. Even though you're number one, and I know you still got something to prove. So, what's the underdog mentality means to you? Like, have you ever been doubted or underestimated because of your age?
Yeah. There was. I'll tell you a story about a camp. I will not list that camp for a respectful reason, but there was a lot of kids that got held back, and there was a
Mhm.
lot of kids. Kudos to them. I know they worked hard, but I feel like that fame, if they had that fame, I feel like I'm better than.
Okay. All right. So, how do you keep your humility, like you said, when you're ranked so high? How do you stay humble?
Like, I'm not gonna lie. First couple months when I figured out I was ranked number one, I was like telling everybody I
Everybody.
know and their mother that I was ranked. Then I learned that when you do that, not
Mhm.
only does it make a target even bigger on your head, it also makes people like
Envy you.
it also gives you a higher, like, it gives you more pressure for no
Okay.
reason. Like,
I
let's
get
say
it.
I was
Yep.
shooting around and I missed 5 out of 20 shots.
Mhm.
I remember this story. I missed 5 out of 20 shots when I was hooping at
Mhm.
recess. This kid that I told I was ranked, which I shouldn't have because I barely know him, comes up to me and says, "Man, that ranking website is fake. Number one, people would not go 5 for 20." That
That's number
is
one.
75%.
That's number one. People do go 5 for 20. A lot of number one people go. You ever see Kobe stats? Kobe missed more shots than anybody in basketball history.
Oh, did I say
All them
5 for
shots he
20?
took. Yeah, you said 5 for 20.
Oh my goodness. Hold on. I apologize. I meant 15 for 20. I missed 5.
You-
And this kid walks up to me. He
Mhm.
said, "That ranking is fake. I paid for it. And a real number one ranked kid wouldn't go 15 for 20."
What? What do you want you to go 20 for 20?
He, I don't know what he wanted. 75% field goal is good.
No basketball.
Oh,
He
I
just laughed
laughed.
off.
I was hysterically laughing.
Why? Why? Evidently, he don't know how to add. Like he don't know math. It's like I wouldn't have left. I would have laughed at him. Like, man, if you don't go ahead with your knowing how to do math self, like,
Yeah, I was laughing at
yeah,
him, man.
I would have laughed
But
at him.
that's
Like,
only one of the many examples of a target I get on my back
yeah,
and on my head when I
yeah.
say I'm ranked to people.
All right. So do that mess with your confidence?
Huh?
Do that mess with your confidence when you hear stuff like that? Do that mess with your confidence?
My dad ain't even gonna mess with my confidence.
Okay. All right,
Nobody
I got.
is going to mess with my confidence. I don't care if you 11 owe me. I'm gonna work harder. You might lower my confidence by a little bit, but if you like 11 owe me or something, there is the biggest target in the world on your back. Cause I'm gonna train and train and train
And
while
then
you
come back and
playing the
play you
most
again.
popular game on Roblox. I'm gonna train even more. I'm gonna train even more. When you out eating Chinese at a Chinese buffet, I'm gonna train even more. I'm gonna train even more. I'm gonna train even more. And when I
Oh
see you
my
again, I not only am I going to 11 owe you, I'm gonna embarrass you.
God. Okay, that's my man. I get that. Get back.
I
Get
just
that. Get back.
thank so coach, so normally I would not
Yeah.
say anything, but I just do wanna chime in really quick. So typically, so Trey is actually really humble, but I just want
Mm,
it to be clear that the ranking stuff has actually been really tough on him. So we work really
yeah.
hard around confidence and
Right.
being self-secure. So what you're seeing is actually a positive thing and something that we've actually worked on really hard. We don't really focus on, being down and out.
Right.
What you're seeing is really that.
Right. Hey, I love it. I love the confidence. I love what he's saying. I don't see no problem with it at all because the one thing is that he's humbled about even being ranked, and he think especially at his age, he's like ranking in the elementary school. I don't really worry about that. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
I think he's taking it very well. I just want to know, if that somebody saying something to you like that bothers your confidence because it shouldn't. Um, no matter if the kids say it's paid or not, like you, like so what? Like, man, you know what you're talking about. What about this business? You know your truth, right? And
Yeah,
that's all you need to worry. And that's all you need to worry about. Don't nobody
that's
else
all I
know
need
your
to know.
truth. Right. Don't nobody else know your truth. That's why I was asking you, did that affect your motivation and whatever? Because me deep down inside, I knew the answer to it. But I just wanted to know how you felt about it. Did it, put a dent in your confidence a little bit and stuff like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I believe that you're a very humble young man. I believe it. But also being humble don't mean you can't be a dog. You know what I mean?
Right.
Still out there killing people. So what motivates you more though? Proving the doubt is wrong or proving yourself right? Because I always tell people this. I want to hear your answer about that.
My
So do you?
motivation, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I've never said this phrase before in my whole entire life. I'm gonna let you know something though. My motivation is training.
Okay, okay. So when I
My
asked
motivation
the
is grind. That's what gives me confidence. What gives me confidence is being confident in my game. What gives me confidence is working to the point where it'd be impossible to not be confident. What gives me confidence is making sure that I feel good about myself at the end of the day. Because I know that I trained, I did school well, I trained well. Whatever I did well. And I can go to bed with a smile, ready for the next day.
My man, I hear you. I ask people that question though because I always tell people, like people be like, "Well, I want to prove people right. I want to prove people right," and I tell them, "You don't gotta prove nobody right. The only person you gotta worry about is yourself and your loved ones. Prove your dad right. Prove your dad right. Don't worry about nobody else. You don't gotta prove no doubters right. They don't matter. The only people that matter is the people that love you, that want to see you be great." So by doing what you're doing, you proving your dad right, that you great. You know what I mean? And what you're doing. That's who you need to prove right. And to yourself. Every day you get up in the morning, look in that mirror, you make sure that you're 1% better than you was yesterday. That's who you need to
Yeah, I
prove
like that
anything
phrase.
to. That's who you need to prove anything to. Everybody else, man, y'all can go kick rocks. I don't gotta prove nothing to you. Nothing at all. Prove your father right. Your father got all the faith in the world.
Yeah,
In the
my
world.
favorite. Right.
Prove him right. Prove yourself right. Prove any other family member that believes in you. They're the only people you need to prove right. Who wrong? Prove them right. Got that?
Prove I don't care about the people that I need to quote unquote prove wrong. I
Right.
care
That's
about
it.
the people that I need to prove right.
Prove right.
I don't
Right.
care about no proving the haters wrong. They just gonna see. They're gonna see for themselves. I ain't gonna like prove them wrong. But the next time they see me in like 3 years, 4 years, they're gonna know I was right. I ain't
Right.
gonna have to like I proved you wrong. I prove all my haters wrong.
Right. Let your
They
work
just
do
gonna see.
right. Let your work do the talking. You don't gotta do no talking. Let your work do the talking. All right, listen, parents, athletes, are you listening to this? Like hearing about this discipline and humility at such a young age. What advice, Trey, what advice would you give other kids your age about chasing their dreams? And what would you say to a parent about how to support their young athlete?
Well, I would say that I'm gonna say something different for the kid and for the parents. If a
Okay.
kid's chasing their dreams, they go up to me and they say, Trey, can you give me some advice, please? I'm gonna tell them, listen, number one, if you want to chase your dreams, you cannot let anybody tell you what you can do and what you can't do. You can't
That's
you
good.
can't let your dad do it. Can't let your mom do it. But now that does not mean you don't listen to them fully. That means like if they saying like you can't go to the NBA, you can't go to the NFL, shake that off. Like you gotta shake that off in your chest. I want you to so I saw this breathing practice a teacher gave me, and I would like
Mm-hmm.
to give it to all the kids watching out here. Listen, if you are ever feeling like you don't want to do it, if you ever feeling like you about to get mad. If you ever feeling you miss a couple shots, you miss a lot of shots, you're starting to get frustrated. Inhale as much positive comments you can say about yourself. And I want you to exhale everything bad. Like all the bad thoughts, all the like, I'm going to slam this ball. I'm going to quit. You exhale all of that. And you got to focus on the game. Don't focus on your feelings. Don't focus on your feelings. Focus on the game.
That's great. I like that. So what would you tell a parents about how to support their young athlete?
Listen, my dad, I'm just gonna tell him everything my dad do. Cause he helped me. He helps me do what I want to do perfectly. He never sugarcoats anything. You cannot sugarcoat anything. If they're not already going outside to get shots up, tell them, remind them, listen, don't ever encourage your kids to be shooting the most random shots ever. I be seeing these parents in mixtapes. This kid does a twin spin move into a logo 3. He banks it in. He missed so hard, he banks it in. You know what I hear his parents say? Good shot, man. Do more of that. But you can encourage them. But if they taking a shot like that, no. Hold on. Hold. Listen, if your child is doing that and they haven't done Stephen Curry's routine, you should say, great shot. Until you work like Stephen Curry, never do that again.
Yeah, I get it. That's good advice. Don't be taking those shots until you done. So you seen Steph Curry whole routine, don't take that shot. Because when I go in the gym and I tell people, I say, man, look, just walk in the gym and just watch people. Where do you think they shoot from first? They shoot from the 3-point line.
No, they should not. They shouldn't even be at like the mid-range. You got to start at the block or lower and get at least 10 shots. At least 10 shots.
You got to work your way out. All right, man. Look, I like that. But we got to get you. We got to get you the fun round, man. Look, you're comical. You funny. All right, but we got to get you the fun. We got to get you the fun fire round. All right. Okay. Before we get you the fun fire round, parents and athletes, if you want to train your confidence like a skill, join the DAWG House Community. It's $37 a month. That's $1.25 a day, often less than one private skill session with a 30-day money-back guarantee. And you can cancel at any time. The link for the DAWG House Community is in the descriptions below. Now, time to get to the fun fire round. So listen, this is how this works. This is my fun fire round. I ask you some quick hitter questions. You got about, say first thing that comes in your mind. We'll try to elaborate on some stuff if we need to. But here's the thing. We down by 10 points, right? We got to win it. So if I ask you some questions and I don't like your answer, I don't give you no points for it. If I do like your answer, then I probably give you if I do like your answer and it's okay, I give you 1 point. If it's a good answer, I give you 2. If it's a great answer, man, I give you 3 points. All right, but we down by 10. Okay, so we gotta pull this through. If we get tied at the end of the game, I give you a bonus question to answer, and we win this game. All right.
Fine.
All right. So first question: first move you hit in a pickup game.
First move I hit.
In a pickup game.
First move I hit, I'ma hit him with my classic pump fake jab, dribble, cross jab, cross into a left hand layup.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's a classic. Okay. Especially if I got my form shots up, I'm doing that every single time. It gets him every single time.
Yeah, I heard him. I can't explain that one, but y'all heard him. All right, I give you 2 points for that. It's not a tween, in between, left, dribble behind the back, left back, 3. These shit ain't that. All right, so you said layup, so I give you that. So one player you study the most on YouTube or film?
One play I study the most.
One player. One player that you study the most. Yep, one player.
I'll give you somebody like Kobe Bryant. I'll give you Kobe Bryant. Not only his mentality, but if you see this man's footwork, his gameplay, his mid-range, his athleticism, everything he's doing Like, you gotta look at his feet. You have to look at his feet when he's playing. He has one of the best, if not the best, footwork in the NBA, man. His mid-range work, his post work. He is a post guard. That's special. And that's greatness right there.
All right, okay. All right, Kobe, I give you that. You're right. All his moves are precise, so I give you that, Kobe. All right, that's 4 points right there. All right, we're down by 6. Favorite sneakers to hoop in right now?
Favorite sneakers?
Yep, the hoop in.
Favorite?
Yep.
I'll give you the Hardens, like those.
All right, we can't.
Hold on.
We can't. No, you
if
said
you
the
were to
hard.
wear them, it feels so protective. No, I'm not talking about no like crazy design. It's a simple design. It match everything. It has the best ankle support. It has the best like Achilles support. It has the best foot support. The only really bad thing about the shoe is it's a bit heavyweight.
Yeah, that's why I ain't. You get 1 point for that. I ain't doing no Harden. I wear the Dames before I wear the Harden. The Dames real comfortable. I gotta pay it. They comfortable, but you gonna have to get 1 point for that, bro. I'm gonna give you 1 point for that one. I don't. 1 point. All right, so we down by 5. Some thug on Harden. All right, what's tougher, a big track race or a basketball game?
A big track race?
Or a basketball game?
I'll give you details. The 400 meter. The 400 meter basketball clears that. The 800 meter basketball clears that. The 1600 meter basketball clears that. And the 1 mile basketball clears that. You know why I said every single thing clears that?
Why?
Basketball clears that. Not only are you not just racing, there is so much other stuff you have to do. Racing, you focus on your footwork, and you focus on momentum, you focus on pace, and you focus on speed. Basketball, you focus on footwork, you focusing on speed, you focusing on acceleration, you focusing on fast twitch, you focusing on reactional, we focusing on dribbling, we focusing on making the right play, we focusing on the offense, we focusing on the defense, we're focusing on where's the ball going to get the rebound, we're focusing on whether it's a good play or not. There's so much stuff that you have to focus on in basketball. Only people with a mindset to where you're able to do many things at once can play this game of basketball at a high level.
Okay. All right. So basketball it is. Basketball is much tougher. Okay. I give you 3 points because I like your answer. You broke it down. You broke everything down. So you get 3 points for that. So we back. We at 5. We at 8 right now. So we down 2. So if you had to describe your game in 1 word, what would it be?
Confidence,
One
man.
word. Okay.
Confidence.
All right, I give you that. Okay, so we tied right now. You got 2 more questions left. Don't mess up this one. I'm telling you. If you mess up this one, I'm telling you, you say the wrong person with this one. I'm gonna give you a tech. Say the wrong person. Favorite hype song before a game?
I'll give you, listen. I will give you Untitled 05 by Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, okay. You lucky. Boy, you lucky. Woo! That's. You lucky, boy, because you would have said Drake. Yeah.
You was not giving me no Drake. Come on,
I would have gave you a tech and plus took 3 points away.
I'll get that, man.
All right, so we up by, let me see, you said Kendrick, that's 3. We up by 3. All right, we can still lose this game, though. Still can lose this game.
We down by what?
We up by 3.
Oh, we up by 3? All right.
We up by 3. All right, so this is the last question. It might not be, but the toughest player you ever faced so far. Who's the toughest player that you faced so far?
There is a kid named Wilson Chandler Jr. He's the son of an NBA player. You might be like, oh, he's good. He might be good. But I'm telling you, this kid can do everything and anything. He has a low center of gravity. Just because he only like 5'2" doesn't mean he will back down anybody and everyone. He he always makes the right plays. He has a jumper, but if it's not the right time, he will not shoot it. He could drive well. He's speedy. He's agile, and he is a really good basketball player all around.
Yeah, so he was the toughest player you ever played against, huh?
Mm.
So that's a dude you hate playing. That's a dude you hate playing against. Because I had one of those dudes. Like I hate playing against him. And he was small. The only reason why I hate playing against him, he's not only a scorer and tough and he was strong. He used to cheat. He should grab my jersey, all that stuff. But that's my homeboy. But yeah, I used to hate playing against him. I think that's the only guy I used to hate. No, if you know who, I don't know if your father know who Antonio Freeman is. Ask him, do he know who Antonio Freeman is?
He wants to know if you know Antonio Freeman.
He said no. He was a wide receiver for the Green Bay Packers.
The Green Bay Packers. Yeah, I do know who that is.
Antonio. I've heard of him. Yeah, you do know who that is.
So he another person I hated playing against. Me and him grew up together. Same neighborhood. We used to play basketball all the time together. Yeah. Great football player. I used to hate playing with him because he's the only player that ever got in my head. I used to hate playing against him. His name, we used to call him Buttons. But I used to hate playing against him. He was the only person that can get in my head. Woo, I used to hate playing against him. I played with him, but I used to hate playing against him.
He had to be fast too. What Antonio Freeman was like maybe about 6'2", 6'3"?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Great basketball. Basketball.
Like about a 4'3", 4'4".
It was the fast guys that bugged me, man. It's the tall, fast guys. But not only is it the tall, fast guys who are somehow agile, like there's no reason you are 13, you are 6'6", and you are sprinting down the field, and you haven't gotten injury yet besides sprained wrist. What do you mean? Not only is it that, it's the short guys that are somehow, I know they got a low center of gravity and all that, but they should not be that agile. Why are you that agile?
Look,
that's unfair. That's a cheat code right there.
Listen, I like short guards. Because they got something to prove. I'm an underdog person, man. I like the underdog. I love the underdog. That's why I got the Underdawgs Voice podcast. That's why I got the Underdawgs Voice Academy. I love it. I love the underdog, man. And short guys always got something to prove. Like, I don't care what size I am. Hey, you ain't going to push me around and stuff like that. I love short guards, man. I don't know. Maybe because I was short. I don't know. I'm 5'10", 5'11". I was a short guard, but I ain't care. All right, man. Look, good fire round. Good fire round. I don't even know why I just played that music. A good fire round, man. All right, so we go to my signature question that I always ask everybody that come on my show. And that question is, Trey, what does being an underdog means to you, and how do you carry that both on and off the court?
What an underdog means to me, I feel like an underdog, somebody who is underrated. I'll give you underrated, but I'll also give underdog somebody who doesn't get as much notice as they should for his skill, and is just in a position where they can't really show it. But an underdog doesn't always mean that you started off bad and you rose to be the top, like those basketball inspirational stories, movies. But that means, I feel like an underdog means is what you did was you were working out, like you work out, you're good, you're a bucket, you get invited to a camp. Well, no, that is just like an example, but I'll tell you something. You are one of the best, but you get treated like one of the worst. Because all of the other kids that are probably not more better than you, they get the upper seed. I'll give you the We Believe Warriors.
Okay.
That team, that We Believe Warriors with the Baron Davis, that team was an example of underdog. Not only were they like bad and they rose to the top, but they were good. They were actually a good team. And what they did was when they got a chance, they took it. They showed the world that they are a great and an amazing. People think they're good. They just good. But when they get a chance, they shine. Some underdogs don't take that chance. Some underdogs do. That's why you see some of these underdogs don't really show up into the spotlight. But some of them, they do. When they get a chance, they'll take it and they'll make it. That's what I like to say. They are very inspirational. I will tell you, an underdog is very inspirational. If you are a good basketball player and you don't get a lot of recognition. Underdogs are like the LeBron James of unnoticed players. That's what I think an underdog is.
I like that. Okay. They like the LeBron James unnoticed players. My man. All right, listen, y'all. Listen, Trey. Look, I gotta tell you, bro. Look, you got a bright future. But what stands out even more than your athleticism is your humility, your leadership, and your love for the game. You could tell that you love this game. Keep that. The sky's the limit. And I appreciate you for coming on my show.
Thank you for having me.
Everybody, no problem. Tell everybody where they can follow you at, man.
Trey Jones X3 IG. My dad runs that. Edward Jones III, my YouTube. You can usually find me by searching up either Edward or Trey Jones III. If you like my game, you can follow me anywhere. But if you don't, that's okay. You can always look for other kids. I want to keep myself humble. I'm not one of those like and subscribe and like follow because I'm really good at basketball.
Hey, I feel the same way. I tell people all the time, like even for my academy, this ain't for everybody. When I'm going live on I tell people to keep on strolling. If you already think your kid got it all together and you don't, you can just keep strolling. This ain't for you. And that's what I tell everybody. I don't want everybody. I do not want everybody in my program. I want the kids that's real and things like that. I don't want that's real. They want to get better and things like that. I can't it's a waste of time to have people around you to help you that don't want it like you want it. You know what I mean?
Like I'm telling you, man, I don't mean to sound like rude or nothing. I never want to sound rude to anybody, but like if you don't want to see my content, just don't see my content. But if I become successful, do not go back to my channel. I don't want to hear nothing about you saying like, "Oh my goodness, this Trey guy is so good. I've been tapping in since day one." No,
right.
You subscribed you subscribed 2 weeks ago.
That's what I be trying to tell people. Don't look. It's gonna be too late later on. I'm telling you, it's gonna be too late later on because what you paying now is not what you're gonna pay later on. Like anything else, prices go up. So you better hop on the train now while you can afford it. All right, Paris, look. Trey, you funny as hell. All right. All right, Paris, I just love your confidence. I can't stop, y'all. He's so funny. But all right, Paris, look, if you're listening right now, remember, skills are the 10% of the game. The other is 90%. And Trey has a strong mental game with him. Look, this is my man, Trey. We all in together. Remember, I only want the underdogs. And every underdog has their day. I'm Coach Q. Again, that's Trey 3. And guess what? We're out.